Making sure everything is working. Going through the usual startup routines for these live streams. Just want to make sure that everything's accessible. Hey, look at that. My channel says that I'm streaming. Most excellent. So how's it going, everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. I hope you're having a great time. Presumably there's going to be some folks watching this live, but if you're in the UK, then it's probably going to be evening for you. If you're in Hawaii or something, then it's probably going to be a little bit earlier in the day. So as usual, while everyone's in lockdown and quarantine, I just want to take some time out of my day to hang out with some folks online in case some people need a little bit of a social outlet. Yeah, as usual, I hope everything's working. So folks, let me know if the microphone's on, if you guys are hearing the audio okay, if the video is coming through all right. I noticed that there was some like low latency and ultra low latency options in the streaming software that I'm using. So hopefully that'll make the back and forth go a little bit faster. I noticed it looked like the latency is about 10 seconds with the low latency. The normal latency was like 20 or 30 seconds. So I might have been a little bit slow to respond to folks in the chat. Yeah, so it is, of course, middle of lockdown. Everybody's presumably, like most folks, are staying at home. But I did make a run to the store, and I saw these things on the shelves at my local QFC. Other folks around the country might know it as a Kroger store or Fred Meyer, something like that. But I thought that these looked so wacky and so outlandish that I just absolutely had to. And on top of that, like, most packaged foods they're getting bought up quite a bit at grocery stores, but like all of the fresh baked stuff is, nobody's buying this stuff, so it's all on markdown for super cheap. So I picked up some other stuff. I thought it would be kind of cool. Schwartz Brothers, local brand around the Seattle area. I've tried a couple of their stuff, a couple of different things that they make, and it seems like Schwartz Brothers always makes excellent stuff. So I'm looking forward to trying these. Now, Kaleidos, what are these? These are kind of like store brand Oreo knockoffs, but I think they're actually pretty good. So, pardon me. So look at these. These are magical confetti cake batter flavor. Oh my goodness. Sparkle unicorn cookies. Oh my goodness. These are, just reading the front of this, the marketing on this is incredible. Okay. I just love this packaging. This is incredible. Hey Oreo, if you're out there, why don't you guys make a knockoff of the Kroger store brand Oreo knockoffs? Oh gosh, that's incredible. Kind of a dull purple color. Not what I would expect from a unicorn, but that's all right. Like a pretty strong, a little bit of that like fake cake batter flavor. Like if you've ever had cake batter ice cream, kind of that smell is coming off of it, which it's not too bad, I guess. I like cake batter ice cream. I don't know about you guys. Let's see. One of my favorite parts, of course, reading through the ingredients. A little bit shorter than the ingredients lists that we had last week. I don't know how long I'm going to keep up these live streams, but as long as I'm like bunked down working at home, I think it's going to be pretty easy to do like a lunch live stream, at least on a fairly regular basis. So hopefully folks are finding this entertaining. All right, let's read through the ingredients. Thankfully, the number one ingredient in these is not sugar. It's enriched wheat flour. By the way, 21 grams of carbohydrate, 11 grams of sugar. So it's still more than half, but like a significantly smaller proportion is sugar compared to those Hostess cupcakes that I was eating last week. So quite a bit less sugar in one of these packages. Anyway, moving on. Wheat flour, niacin, iron, thiamine, mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid. Let's see if I can speak correctly. Then we have the sugar and the shortening. Palm oil, canola oil, modified palm oil. I'm surprised that there's no soy oil in here, or vegetable oil. That tends to be really popular in these, so good for you guys. Seems like soy oil gets overused quite a bit. Blue and red sprinkles, of course. These are covered in blue and red sprinkles. Let's see what the inside of this guy looks like. Yeah, just pink cream covered in sprinkles. Oh my goodness. It's cloyingly sweet. It is so sweet. I wonder if they have... Alright, continuing on with the ingredients. That's what I want to look at. With the sprinkles, we have sugar, palm kernel oil, cornstarch, corn syrup, soy lecithin, a couple of colors, gum arabic, carnauba wax. That's a new one. And we have corn syrup, natural flavors, salt, cornstarch, sodium bicarbonate, soy lecithin, and a couple of colors. So yeah, I'm actually pretty astounded at how like sweet these things are for, you know, the quote-unquote smaller sugar content. Like right off the bat, I would have expected it to have sucralose or something like that to like amp up how sweet these things are. I'm not complaining about that one bit though. As you guys know, I love sweet things. Oh, wow. And with the milk, these are excellent Dunkin' cookies. Oh, these are so good. Like, I hate to say it, but I think these things might have a better texture than Oreos. The sprinkles give it a little bit of a crunch, kind of a strange texture. A little bit of a strange texture in that way. But the cookies, they're like a nice shortbread, kind of toothsome texture. Don't get a ton of like flavor in it. It's just kind of sweet. Yeah, like it's really just like sweet shortbread with a little bit of cream filling in it, which I'm not complaining about at all. These things are excellent. I'm gonna give them like a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. All day, every day on those. So one of the other things that I saw was this, I don't even know how to pronounce that, rougelat, something like that. But yeah, I mean, they're cinnamon flavored. I thought they looked pretty interesting, so I picked them up. They are not easy to open though, apparently. Good grief. Kind of looked like mini cinnamon rolls with some sugar on top. I'm sorry, guys. I've been totally neglecting the comments. We've got Greta Rose, the German lap puppy. Says the audio is great. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for joining the stream, Greta. You must be a newcomer. I haven't seen you in the previous streams. Darnell, thanks for popping in. Those cookies are looking good. Yeah, they are. They're really good. They're a lot better than I was expecting them to be for some knockoff store brand. And you're asking, when's the next food challenge? I mean, man, everything's shut down. Like, I can maybe do some homebrewed food challenges. I've been trying to get away from that stuff a little bit, mostly because I like going out and doing those food challenges. But I guess while we're all locked down, don't have much of a choice. It's kind of do the homebrewed stuff or just stay at home. Yeah, the next food challenge, I got nothing on the calendar, man. I think it's just going to be on the weekends. I'll try to do one a weekend or so. I did finish editing one, so that should be published pretty soon. I'll go ahead and schedule it to be published tomorrow afternoon. Why the heck not? Or tomorrow morning. I usually release videos at 10 a.m. So, ultimatum, tomorrow, 10 a.m. That's going to be Tuesday, April 7th, 2020, if anybody happens to be watching this years in the future. Greta, you say those packages are made by the devil? I swear. Yeah, sometimes. Oh my goodness. I think it's this like covering stuff that is used to kind of like tape it closed. It's got huge tensile strength. Oh, it tears nice and easy right there, but right across the cross section, I don't know, it was like reinforced. And the third thing that I picked up that I thought looked pretty good were these shortbread cookies, which I love shortbread. It says they're made with all butter. Yeah, these things are definitely not 100% butter, but checking out the ingredients list here, we've got cream cheese, whole eggs. Man, is that it? Oh, there's butter. Okay. So yeah, butter, cream cheese, whole eggs, and no other source of fat. So yeah, it does look like it's all milk fat, at least. So that's not too big of a lie in the marketing on these guys. So thank you, Schwartz Brothers. Not a sponsor, but I do not mind saying a good thing about Schwartz Brothers. I have never been disappointed by the stuff that these guys put out. Yeah, I think the colors are a little bit reminiscent of like Easter eggs, stuff like that. So I think that's kind of what they're going for. Shortbread cookies with a nice buttercream frosting on top. Oh, it is so delicious. Oh my goodness. Like I said, you cannot go wrong with a good shortbread. Oh, and I didn't even realize that Easter is this Sunday. So I guess, yeah, appropriate time to have the Easter-style treats. Darnell, you said delicious and ask if I have streamed yet. I'm not sure what you're asking there, buddy. I am currently live streaming, if that's what you're asking. Hey, Morn. More and more food. Welcome to the stream. You ask if I have any plans for an Easter video. I don't really have any plans for an Easter video. I guess I could try to put something together. It's a little bit short notice. Yeah, I mean, being stuck at home kind of threw a wrench into any big plans that I had. I was actually planning on flying out to Chicago and being in Chicago last weekend. But of course, that got canceled because like everything's closed down. I gave a couple of guys some calls a week and a half or so ago, and they all told me that Chicago's basically shut down. So that got canceled. I was going to do a cool like food tour there, and yeah. Darnell, you're asking about video games. No, I haven't done much video game streaming lately. I just did that one stream maybe a week and a half ago or so. I have been playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been really digging that game. Like, it is the perfect game for this situation that we're all in. I should really just like put my Switch code up on social media and everywhere if anybody wants to like pop in and check out my island or something. So I think that would be kind of cool. But yeah, like, it's kind of strange that I usually don't like those kinds of super chill games, but like this is the perfect, like, it's the perfect antidote to this social isolation stuff that we're all dealing with right now. It's such a chill game. It's cool. It's the kind of thing you can just hang out and play for an hour. Because yeah, I'm so stressed out with being overworked, starting new quarter in school, that I'm really not in the mood for like Doom Eternal or the Resident Evil 3 remake, for example. Like, I just have no interest in playing those games. They're gonna get me all anxious and amped up and stuff like that. I just need to chill out. So, looking at my status in YouTube streaming studio portal thing, it says I have an excellent connection. We've been going for about 16 minutes. Killer. Darnell, you say I might get that game just for that. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's especially fun if you it's especially great if you have other folks who want to do it. I know some of my friends have gotten it for their children who don't get to hang out too much anymore with their friends. So it's kind of a good social outlet with that. And you say FPS isn't really your thing. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not for everyone. I kind of go on and off about the first-person shooters. I was playing Borderlands 3 for a while, and that game is just bonkers. Like, it is so bananas. Like, I could describe it as, it's a cartoon first-person shooter with RPG elements and all this jazz, and it doesn't touch on the fact that the game is just amazing. The writers for the Borderlands series are some of the best in the game industry. They're just amazing. Okay, Igloo Dude, you say, Steve, did you go for a run today? And if so, how long was it? I did not go for a run today. I did a long run yesterday. It was a little under 2 hours. Lots of hills. Oh my goodness, so many hills. I think it was like 2,000 feet of elevation gain or something. It was ridiculous. So I woke up this morning and yeah, just my legs were just toast. So yeah, the morning workout today was all upper body. Just spent a while on the row machine this morning. You ask if I like BTD 6. I should probably know. That's Nathaniel asking if I like BTD 6. I should probably know what that is, but I don't. Yeah, you're going to have to help me out with that acronym. I don't know what BTD 6 is. Steve, have I made any games completely by myself? Only academically. I went to DigiPen, Institute of Technology. Graduated from there back in 2009, 2010, somewhere around there. And that school has a really heavy project-based curriculum. So I made a ton of games while I was there. But like, I don't think there's anything that you can play that I've made, for example. But yeah, while I was at DigiPen, I mean I think one of the coolest projects that I did was we designed and built a handheld gaming device. Like, we designed the circuit boards and chose the microchips that went on it and programmed the microchips and researched different LCD screens and everything like that to hook it up, and made a little like Space Invaders clone for that. I wrote the game for that. It was, like I said, a little Space Invaders clone. That was pretty cool. Darnell, you still gonna head out and get some food? All right, man. Thanks for popping in. Catch you later. Hope you catch the next one. But we did so many projects in that school. Like, I made a game for my math class, you know, and it is a very it's the school that you go to if you want to learn how to make video games. Oh, Nathaniel was saying Balloons Tower Defense 6. It's on Google Play. I have not played Balloons Tower Defense 6. I do like the Balloons games, though. I think they're a lot of fun. I remember they've been around for a long time. I think it's Ninja Kiwi are the guys who make it. I don't know if it's a studio or if it's just like one guy in a basement or something, because they are like all mobile games. The one that I do like is the Balloons Adventure Time crossover. I think that's a pretty fun one. But if Balloons Tower Defense 6, if you say it's pretty good, I'll have to check it out, man. More, and you say you could listen to me talk about making games for hours. It's so interesting. Oh my god, making games is so hard. I swear to God. I think... I mean, like... There's so much to it. It's so ridiculously complex. You know, I've heard it described before that, like, making a game seems like it's a very difficult and complicated thing to do, and it's like 100 times as complicated as it seems. There are so many intricacies with it. You know, it's kind of like the great thing about computers is they will do exactly what you tell them to do, as long as you understand the right language to interface with the computers with. But the downside of that is they will do exactly what you tell them to do. Like, literally to the T. There's no nuance in the language. So if you're writing these games, which are like millions and millions of lines of code, and if you get like one line of code incorrect, then everything just explodes. So it's a really difficult thing, man. It's it's horribly complicated. But when you get it right, oh my goodness, it's like this masterpiece. And you get something like A Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, or you get the perfect confluence of writers and design and engineering effort, and you get StarCraft or Resident Evil 4, any of these like huge iconic games that are just amazing, you know? I mean, it's a little bit like, maybe you don't want to know how the sausage is made, maybe you don't want to know how the magic trick is actually done, as it might diminish the actual value and entertainment value of the game itself. I really wish I could just like ramble on about making games every now and then. I know I can kind of go off on a tangent on that kind of stuff. But, it's something I've done for years. I've been in the industry for long enough, and I've been obsessed with video games since I've been like a wee tiny little kid. Like, got a Super Nintendo Entertainment System when I was, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old, and just ever since then, it's crazy. Well, I gotta say, Schwartz Brothers didn't disappoint. There we go. Schwartz Brothers didn't disappoint. Janky store brand Kaleidos Oreo knockoffs, better than most of the typical Oreos. So good job for Kroger brand. More, you say you're the opposite and you never want to stop learning. That's excellent, dude. Like, that's the way that you become a genius and do these kinds of things. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I remember I watched the interview that Joe Rogan did with Elon Musk, and everybody just assumes that Elon Musk is this amazing just brilliant, genius guy, and of course he is. But one of the things he said in there is like, you know, I think if people knew what was going on in my head, they would realize that it's not so nice. I kind of feel like the guy might have a little bit of autism or something, because he's just got a very strange way of thinking and a very strange way of interacting with other people that I've seen, and some folks that I know with Asperger's syndrome. And it's definitely true that I've heard that a lot of people have said that being a computer programmer like forces you to think in a way that's similar to having Asperger's syndrome. It can drive you mad, man. I mean, trying to hold all of this information in your head at one time is just incredible. But you know, I guess that's why when you try to make a game like Halo Infinite, this is why you have hundreds of people at the game studio working on it all at the same time. All right, I've definitely not cleaned off this table. We've been going for about 25 minutes, and I got to go take care of some stuff this afternoon. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I'm going to get back to work. So Halo Infinite is the best freaking game that you guys can possibly play. And until next time, I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are staying sane. I hope you guys are letting the people that you love in your life know that you love them, you care about them. Everybody's together. Yeah, and until next time, you guys take it easy. And I'll catch you guys later.